Gentlemen, happy Sunday. Seems like these weeks are flying by a lot quicker than I can realize or anticipate, I guess. We had a good spring break down here in Daytona Beach. Crew came down. We had a fly-in crew and a drive-in crew. We got sunburnt. We ate all the food. We did all the things. It was a blast. I got in the mail a really special, super special gift from a guy in the group here. I want to share it with you guys because this is the first thing anybody I've ever gotten anything like this. And this is from Eric Goody. He's the one that's running the 44 miles on his 44th birthday for the water well in Africa, which follow that journey, follow that story. It's really awesome. This is the first Christian gift anybody's ever got me. In my life, I've received many Bibles, and they always go in storage. That's a whole nother topic, but run your purpose. It says Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Don't judge. The print is crazy tiny. We got our old man specs here. Come on now. But I'm going to read this to you just so we can talk about this for just a second. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. I've been sitting on that since I got this shirt and following Eric's journey, and run your purpose, right? It's the title of the chat tonight. It's on his shirt, and it just means so much. What we've been talking about. We talked about being that alpha male, that man that we all need in our own lives, that our families need, that our friends need. Run your purpose with patience. Lay everything else aside. Everything is going to come and go regardless. But it's up to us as the men, to maintain this purpose, to know our purpose, to set the purpose. We can be teachers, we can be guides, we can be inspiration to really anybody. And so I just want to give a moment to ponder our purpose. We have jobs, we have mortgage payments, we have car payments, we have grocery bill payments, but is that our purpose? And so I think we need to fill our own cup first, because if we don't, we're only giving everything else around us or our whole world, our own existence, we're only going to fill from that level of a cup. So if you, I saw a quote or a little thing earlier today, and I'm having trouble drawing, but it's about this, about if you give yourself to something else, you're always going to be running low. You're always going to be running empty, ragged, dragging, clawing at the bit, whatever, right? Always hoping, wishing there was something more. And so in a wild context, especially for most every single man I know, we need to be respectfully selfish first. We need to take care of ourselves first. If we take care of ourselves to our highest purpose, run your purpose, then what we give out and what people get and draw from us is going to be our wholeness, our trueness, our existence. So without getting too intense, believe it or not, like I don't have all the answers or have it all figured out. I don't want to be delusional to anybody. I'm a student way before I'm a guide or a teacher. I really pride myself in learning. I wish I could learn some of the lessons a little easier than I do. But I just want to convey the importance really digging in and knowing who we are. Some of us are a little younger in this group. Some of us are a little older. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. We don't know what's going to happen. A trend. I don't like to follow trends. And I don't like to be a trendsetter necessarily. I just like to do my own thing. But there is a few people that I gain knowledge and wisdom from out in this world, and kind of a trend now that I kind of want to be a part of is this new rebellion is love. Love is the new rebellion. Showing love, being love. Where do we get love from? We get love from the good book, the Holy Bible. And there's a lot of guys that where I gain my inspiration and wisdom. They are former military special op guys like I was, and I was a regular fleet Marine. I didn't go to war. I deployed. I did all the cool, fun stuff, but I was a partier. That's why I joined. You can read my plaque. It's kind of what I was about. I built jet engines. Like, I was never a gun-toting Billy Badass, as they say. And so these guys that I'm gaining this wisdom and knowledge from, they are saved by grace. And we're talking tattooed, neck down, straight killers, straight up guys that were at the absolute front of this 20-year war. And a lot of them, as most of us know, the veteran community has had a horrible run with suicides and things like that. And so these guys now, these top tier commandos, Raiders, SEALs, Delta Force, Green Berets, they have understood what life and humanity is all about. And now to see these guys being sober, returning or coming to Christ, to find that missing link, the things that a lot of us men, we have that dog in us, that put that dog in the fight. And so we're always striving for something and something more, I guess. And so that missing link is Jesus Christ. And so this isn't I'm not going to be a Bible thumper for you tonight, but what I'm going to say is, run your purpose. Find within yourself the courage to admit the thing that you've been running to or from, or the thing that you're missing. Like, we're not going to find it on our own. We're not going to find it in a woman. We're not going to find it in a home. Well, we're not going to find it in a house. We can find it in a home. And so this is just about being kind of taking the guard down, kind of taking the shield down, but bringing the guard up. And that's okay. Because everything in this group reverts back to being the highest level of our own existence that we can. And this running your purpose has really hit me in a way to think that I'm right where I need to be. I'm doing right what I need to be doing. I'm not missing anything now. You guys have kind of been on my sobriety journey, which is rad. 5 weeks. I went to a reggae show on the beach, on the sand. 2 bands, phenomenal. Weed smelled so good. And my buddy was like, yo, you want this? And I was like, no, I'm not smoking right now. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation. There was no guilt. There was no shame. There was no peer pressure. Granted, we're older, but like, you can just be you in your world. Every one of us has a different lens. We're looking at this world in a different way. We've all had our own experiences up to this point. And so I don't like that best version of yourself phrase, but it's an easy way to say and understand. But like, being that best version of yourself, it starts with yourself. And back to what I say earlier, you have to fill your own cup first. You can't go into the world with a half full cup and expect to get full cup results, right? So the message for this evening is It's okay. Everything's okay, right? We fall, we get back up, we slide, we come back over. But we're men, and regardless if we feel like something is expected of us, we need to be able to do that, right? And so whatever your purpose is beyond that job, because that job, that's sustainment, right? But you're doing a duty, or you're filling somebody else's cup in that context. So the time that we do have to ourselves, the time that we do have with our families, that's the most important time. And so if we're coming off that 8, 10, 12, 14, 18 hour shift, that's part of this drinking more water, working out, is so we have the energy to do the things that we want and need to do when we're not doing what we have to do. So I've kind of off on a tangent. This is kind of a new topic for me to talk about, and a mellowness to bring it to you guys. I don't get nervous or scared, but like I want you guys to get as much out of this group as I get out of this group. And I know it's a two-way street, and I know that we're responding to each other, and motivating each other and learning from each other. Everyone in here is on a different stage and a different path, and that's kind of the point of life, I believe. And so just know it's okay to be a little bit selfish, as long as your selfishness is for your purpose, right? Your family, yourself, your legacy. It's not about how hard you can work. It's not about showing up early and staying late. Gentlemen, we've all seen the quotes. If you die, you're going to have an ad in the paper for the job title that you had before your funeral. Just always know that, always remember that. And that's just the way it is. So what we have is what it is. This life, this world, it is what it is. It's what we make it. It's what we put into it. It's whenever we dig down into ourselves, for our purpose, for the people that we feel that responsibility to, right? So I'm going to end this so I don't keep rambling, because I'm just so blessed and motivated from you guys, but I'm from myself. Like, some days I don't want to get up and go to the gym. Some days I don't want to go on that 6.5, 7 mile walk, but I know I need to. I know that's what this my purpose is to bring forth at least a shake-up. I don't know anything to teach anybody. I'd rather sit here and learn from y'all. But if I don't do that stuff, now that I've started, I can already tell. I took a week off last week for spring break. I ate like a garbage truck. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't go on walks. And I felt it. I felt it in my sleep. I felt it in my enthusiasm. And I just kept going back to this shirt that Eric sent me. It's such a neat thing. Run your purpose, as simple as that is. So gentlemen, do a little digging. Don't be scared to dig into the good book. And we don't have to be good, and we don't have to be perfect. We can even cuss, and we can be Christians, right? So don't let bad Christians keep you from reading. I'm not good there. Just do your thing, run your purpose, You know where you're lacking. You sense it, you feel it, you know it. That's why we just harp on the absolute basics. We're going to get into some fun stuff, but this week, my off week, has really channeled my energy differently. And so I just wanted to convey the importance of appropriate selfishness, because nobody can run on a low battery and nobody can drink from an empty cup. So gentlemen, fill your cup, charge your battery, and run your purpose, not somebody else's. I'm gonna get out of here.